am I burning up? Hey, alright, I'm gonna wait until a few more people get on. Who's on here? Who's lurking in the room? Oh, two more people came. Well, one more, the person came. Hey, Lynn. What you been up to for today? I'm finally off from work. Well, I've been off since 3:30, so. Oh, Art, you back? Y'all the same original two people that came on this morning. Oh, well, I got up from work, and even though that was like, that was now going on 5 o'clock. Well, anyway, remember I told y'all when my car got repossessed, and I had paid out all this money. Hey, I ain't doing nothing. I came in the break room to put my stuff away, and then I got a new TE. She was like, I thought you told me you was going to not come today. I said, no, that's next Friday that I was requesting off. They didn't say nothing. They didn't say a thing. I'm telling you, this place is so disorganized, unprofessional. Shoot. You can walk in there and not be there for 3 days straight, and there's nothing won't be said. You know, all they do is just keep track of whatever number of occurrences. You know, a half of occurrence. Shoot, some people have been late every day. They walk in there like they came in on time and everything, so they don't say nothing. I ain't gonna worry about it. You know. But the good thing is, we finally gonna be trained on some other project lines. And let me tell you, they call themselves doing a training by signing in on a on-screen system and then having a telephone conference, and they just started, jumping straight into whatever, didn't go over, I don't know. Like I said, so tomorrow I'll be coming to come in at 6 to 2:30 so they could train properly the system. They just, so, and then that's the one where they're going to have overtime. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to be there tomorrow, as I always do, and see what they're going to be doing, and that's it. So, I can't see the name. What is that kingfisher? Yeah, kingfish. I hope they do, but DoorDash had that class action suit where they were supposed to notify you of the infractions. Oh, I can't read what you said. Let me see. So did they reinstate you back? DoorDash reinstate you back? hope they did. Oh, not yet. Ugh. Do they have an office where you could go to, like um like a onboarding office that you could go to? But sometimes if you go directly to them, if you have an office, they'll do it way more quicker. Still blowing smoke up my butt. They move to what? Oh hell! But then, do you live near Miami, or can you drive to Miami? See, I would, I mean, I don't know anything about Miami, but if you live in anywhere in the vicinity of Florida, Tampa, so can you drive from Tampa to Miami, or is that far? I'm not familiar with Jacksonville is in the Panhandle, and Miami is way at the bottom, so I don't know how far it is. Oh, 6 hours. Oh hell, never mind. Oh, you'll wait. See, that's why I tried. That's why one thing I noticed about these companies is whether it be Grubhub or DoorDash, with the exception of Uber Eats, those companies like DoorDash and Grubhub, anytime they pay any type of minimum guarantee, like Grubhub pays a minimum guarantee of $10 an hour or whatever, um, and DoorDash, they may have a bonus. And you always work 70 hours, even Instacart or Shipt. Every time you put in 60, 70 hours and there's some type of guarantee they have to pay you minimum or whatever the case may be, it always seems like the most problems comes up with deactivating you. It always do that. The minute you try to put in and commit a bunch of hours, especially if you do it full time as a regular job, they always come with this foolishness about um, the customer medical. They didn't even tell you what they're complaining. They just deactivate you. Don't give you no kind of details, no kind of explanation. They just simply make something, and then when you email them to give you the details, they never respond. That's what stupid Instacart did with me. Customer complaint. You know, they say that. And then the story that they come and give you or tell you, it don't even make any sense. How did I drive into a gated community if you have a security guard on duty that has to let you in? And if they weren't there and I'm driving around, don't go right through them to the gate when there's a big old carriage house gate that you can't even go through unless somebody open it up. It's not like it's some gate that you just drive through with a code. People be just telling some bogus lies that don't even make any sense. And they never come back and tell you the full story, but when the story they tell you, it just doesn't even add up. Because the minute I started making money with Instacart with hours and they paying me a large guarantee or whatever the case may be, they always have problems. That's why you have to kind of sparingly work these companies and not put so much time in one company. Even though they say, oh, you can make some good money with DoorDash and this and that or whatever, but I would never commit to one company and devote all of my time with one because If they have to subsidize the amount of money they make, and and even though you're taking care of the customer's needs, you're still being subsidized through some other um, driver bonus or referral. And if you're the person that seems to cost a company a lot of money to pay out, they'll deactivate you. Even though you may get a lot of hours and you driving and you making a bunch, most money, and they gotta pay, yeah, they get their cut. They get their cut. But somehow or another, they have it all formulated where, especially if there's an hourly guarantee, like Grubhub, $10 hour guarantee, because they have to subsidize other drivers who are out there who's getting a guarantee. Yeah, if you make more than the guarantee, okay, that's fine and dandy. But if you have other drivers that's out there that has 10,000, let's say 10,000 hours of guaranteed hours, and it's slow, but yet they still have to pay you like you're getting an hourly guarantee, you're subsidizing. So the person who makes the most money, or the person who got the most hours, you may not get the guarantee, but at the same time, they're not going to give you the majority of your orders. If it's not as busy and there's more drivers than there are orders out there, and the company has to pay some type of bonus of some sort, or extra, there's some way or another they'll screw you over where you're not really going to benefit. You're not going to benefit. That's why they use those guaranteed referrals. If you do 200 deliveries in a month, we'll give you the guarantee. You're not always given the guarantee. Just because somebody signed up under your code and they may do the number of rides, but if it's a slow period of time that comes, like in the summertime or whatever, and there's other drivers out there that need to collect on an hourly guarantee or a bonus pay, anything dealing with a bonus that they give you, you gotta have to either try to maximize it and make it, because money is coming from somebody, whoever it's coming from. We give you 1.2 surge or $3 extra if you do these number of deliveries. Somebody has to compromise and pay for that. So they're not going to take it from there. They surely not got no money in the reserve to pay you. I don't care what company it is. So when people are talking about, I make $2,000 a week, I make it, and you're calling people bums and telling like they don't know what they're doing, don't be acting like you some super, smart person who thinking you got it going on. No, you working yourself down to the ground, driving your car to the ground, and you making $2,000, but you have to do 2 apps. Okay, let me do Lyft half of this time and try to get as much money, and then let me do Uber, turn that app off, let me drive on a certain evening at night. You got to drive so far distance to get deliveries and get orders. I'm not going from no Snellville to all the way to downtown Atlanta for the sake of catching a $2 bonus or $2 or 1.3 surge or whatever it is. Because number one, you end up spending more doing that in the long run. You end up spending more in the long run. It is not benefiting you at all. You're not. So sometimes you have to really think about, what is these bonuses How is it going to affect me in the long run? Yeah, you'll get that little $200, $300 bonus, but then trust me, compare how much you made 3 months ago, a year ago, and compare the money. Follow the money trail. I'm not saying I don't want to do a bonus or I don't want to do a surge, but they got that thing figured out. They have all that figured out in the algorithm. They know how to dispatch orders, who's gonna get what, how much this person's making, where they at in the region, because they have to evenly distribute the money. And the only reason why it'd be a 2 point surge boost or there's an extra $4 involved is because when the supply is not keeping up with the demand, so that means that there are less drivers out there, but there are so many people ordering. In order for them to fulfill the customers' orders and to spread people out, they know where people are. They're gonna say, okay, we're gonna pay an extra $2. And then because you as one person, you ain't gonna get all those orders. You can't make up all those orders. You can only do so much. So when people complain when they do DoorDash, particularly, I got to drive 30 minutes out the way, and they drove all the way to get this order for $4 or $6 or whatever. See, they got you trapped. If you don't take the order, then it messes up your percentage. But then if you take the order, the customer was already late. The customer's food was already, they already got their food late. And what you think they're going to think? They think they weren't 4.8? No. But one thing they're concerned about is, I was get my food 2 minutes ago, and they were 2 minutes late, so I'm going to give you a 4. Stupid stuff. That's why I don't try to do a whole bunch of hours, because when I did a whole bunch of hours with Instacart, when I was doing a whole bunch of hours with Ship, and they was dragging me all over to Atlanta because they had these little bonuses. Oh, we paying extra, and then you get tangled in and get all mesmerized by that little extra bonus. But in the meantime, they worried about making sure the customer gets served. But they mad. They mad because they didn't get their order at a certain time that they supposed to get it. And then they want you to figure it out. Oh, just take the customer and apologize. No, you need to apologize. Because you apologize. I'm so sorry. But DoorDash just paged me and gave me this order. And I just got it 5 minutes ago. And even though the customer ordered it 35 minutes ago, they ain't trying to hear all that. So the only thing they see is you're a DoorDash, you made a mistake, and and they want you to fix it and negotiate it. Now that might be customer service, and people may think that I sent a text message and I informed the customer throughout my whole entire trip. When I get to the restaurant, I text them and says I'm here, and when you leaving, you text them, I'm on my way. And when you get to the door, oh, I apologize, I'm sorry. Then you text them. I mean, that's too much. Shit. When is these companies going to take ownership of their mess? When are they going to do that? Yeah, you the face of the company, but god dang it, when are they going to start fixing their issues and their logistics, how they handle things? People who work at a call center or they working from home, they gonna get their little $12 an hour and they're gonna get paid just to sit on the phone and dispatch all day long. And they may hear customers' issues when they call in and give them a little Okay, that grow up. We'll give you a $5 credit towards your next meal or $10 credit towards your next meal. They ain't refunding no money, and next thing you know, they hanging up. They not getting. They don't. They may get reviewed and evaluated in terms of the customer service, but shoot. But these companies, they need to realize if the customer order is if they promise you'll get your food within an hour and it's past an hour, then they need to take the hit and simply say we apologize, but we will cancel your order. We cannot fulfill it. Don't put drivers or delivery people. Okay, in the driver truck. Why are you taking all day? Hey, you're learning how to drive a truck. So this show, they must be learning. But anywho, that's what they need to do. If they can't fulfill that customer's order within the time frame they promised, then you need to take the hit and swallow that order and cancel. And don't put drivers or delivery people through it. Because you can apologize all day. And the only thing that people are going to do if they was to give you a rating is going to give you a 4. Do mind you that you driving in this hot-ass car, driving burning your gas, and you're rushing to give them their food. Some people don't care. You can apologize all day long. They do not care. That's why I can't wait until California says that these people, people are being treated as employees versus independent contractors. You can't give no rating and be affected as if you would be evaluated based on that, as they think you're an employee. They need to eliminate that, and that's part of the main rules that differentiates you from being an employee versus an independent contractor. In evaluation, anytime you're being evaluated on type of service, and your job depends on that type of feedback or whatever the case may be, you can't put matrix of that nature and say you're an independent contractor. If you refuse to take an order and say, no, I'm not, that's why Uber Eats doesn't have a rating system of acceptance rate anymore. At least in Atlanta, they don't have it. If I take an order and it's too far, then I can say, nope, no, thank you. But I could assure you that algorithm computer system, if you keep declining too many orders with Uber Eats, you'll be wondering, why I ain't getting no orders? Shoot. They'll put it in a way where they put you in some internal timeout when you be sitting there, especially during a busy time, you ain't get, they pay. I heard yesterday on somebody's video, they're going to start paying for your time for waiting. So rather than them paying people $5, if they waited, they'll cancel. And you don't have to wait and get paid and cancel it. So McDonald's yesterday, man, McDonald's was so smooth. I walked in the door, I was picking up an Uber Eats order. It says, oh, here it is. I ain't had to wait. It was on point. I was like, what? But that also because when I went to McDonald's this morning for breakfast, rather, they got those kiosks. You have to order to the kiosk, pay on the kiosk, and then you go to the counter, and then all they do is fix the food and hand it to the person and says, here you go. And that's supposed to be efficient, but they also eliminating those cashier jobs for McDonald's. It ain't gonna be cashiers anymore. It's all gonna be a kiosk. You order your food, you pay for your food, you go to the counter. The only people that's working is one person that's in the driveway to collect the money, the next person is there to give them the food. And that is, you can't even get a job at McDonald's anymore unless you plan on wanting to fix food. Or maybe you're one of those people who's going to work the drive-throughs. Other than that, no more cashiers. But in terms of the evaluation and people rating and all that, and acceptance rate, nope, they don't got them no more. Let me see what you say. Oh, hell no, I ain't back and doing no Instacart. You say preach. You made $4.55. Whew, it's so hot in this dang car. Yeah, the other day I picked up an order from DoorDash from the Walmart, and they paid me $11.01. Now it wasn't that bad of a distance, but to me, I felt that they should have paid at least $15. Because when I went to that Walmart, it was on Lawrenceville Highway. I was always Snellville somewhere, and I went to Lawrenceville at the Walmart next to the Discount Tires on Lawrenceville Highway, just to drive to Snellville to drop off a whole bunch of groceries. And I left, and there was another Walmart right up the street. I said, why did they not order food from this Walmart? Why did they order it all the way across the other side of it, Snellville or Lilburn, depending on which? I think that was Lilburn that I was in. But see, Lilburn, Snellville, the part of Snow Mountain I live in, it's not far from each other. But that was almost like a 25-minute drive. Maybe I took the back roads and stuff, but the distance it wasn't just like right there. So I think with DoorDash, I think the further you go, the more difficult it's supposed to be. I guess that's the more that I don't know. I can't figure out DoorDash's pay system, what they got going on. The old way used to be it was $5 for each delivery and tips. You didn't never get paid no miles, but it was $5 plus the tip. I noticed that the money seems to be. I remember doing it almost 2 years ago with DoorDash. It seems like it's $20 less. Seems like they make less money now than it was back in the previous year. And Uber Eats, I want to say the same thing too. But it seems like it's not as you're not making a whole lot of money like it used to be when I first did this gig. And it seems like a whole lot of these companies, they're getting a little bit arrogant. And the ones who get arrogant are the ones who answering the phone. They're not even the boss. They like regular old customer service reps that's supposed to assist you, except for Uber, because Uber customer service is not in the United States. It's based in Malaysia. But that damn Deliv, that customer service rep was so rude, so nasty. They didn't even deactivate my account. They didn't do nothing. My account is still active. Matter of fact, I got hours next week. And when I called them about if they had any orders yesterday, they had nothing. They was like, oh, you're on the schedule. So I turned on the app. They had nothing for me to do. And I got paid yesterday for doing nothing. But they only could give you 50% of your time. So they'll pay me. Let me see. If it's $48, I'm going to get only half of that. Or they're going to pay me $13.50. I can't remember. But they do pay you just for waiting. And if you don't have any orders, you still get something from it. I'm like, fine with me. Oh, number 124. It's still kind of early. Let me turn on the app and see if I get any Uber Eats orders. All right, I'll be back. Oh, I wasn't close to the Walmart when I got it either. When I got the order, I was driving right along this road where I'm at right now, or 124, when I got the order, and the Walmart was on the other side of I'm in Snellville. And the Walmart request came, and I had to drive 5-6 miles. But it was, but it's like I said, it's on the other side when I got it. So I had to drive 20 minutes to go on the other side to get it, and then drove another 20 minutes to the customer's house, which is, so it wasn't close. I wasn't even near the Walmart. Matter of fact, I didn't know what area or which Walmart was even going to take DoorDash Walmart. But since Walmart has the groceries online and someone picks it up and delivers it, but I heard that when I first was told how Walmart was going to, well, actually it was Kroger's. Kroger's was supposed to do, then they got it to click and pick up. You're supposed to order your groceries online, and then you go to Kroger, and then you stay in this area. You pick up the phone, somebody's supposed to come and load your car, and then you drive off. I heard that Uber Eats was supposed to be the grocery of preference to pick up those groceries from the Walmart, but I never heard what happened about it. I know if Walmart is the one that's supposed to pick up their groceries and then have it delivered, I'm not sure if Uber Eats is the company to pick them up. Man, I forgot to call the doctor's office so they could give me my prescription, pick up my diabetes needles and odometer on my meter. God dog it. I gotta find that damn prescription. I don't know why she didn't just call it in so I could go and pick it up. I hope it's in the book. What's the point of going to the doctor if I ain't keeping track of my sugar, diabetes? I hope it's in this dang bag. Okay, I'm sitting in front of Moe's. I'm going to go right at this dang handicap spot and sit in the car. Burn up my dang gas. Woo! Kids eat for 99 cents all day Tuesday. Well, today ain't Tuesday, so kids ain't eating free today. But that's not my original topic. My topic is working on the midweek Wednesdays a good time to do food deliveries. Is that really a slow day? Because you know how most people, at least in the South, they tend to go to church service on Wednesdays in the middle of the week. So I was wondering if what day in the week is the best to take off. You know, because I mean, to be honest, driving every day, 7 days a week, that gets a bit too much. That gets to be a bit too much. Even if you do it full time and you got to make a certain amount of money, it's like you have to take one day off just to reflect and relax. Because working every day seems, even if I work a regular job, whatever, working another job and doing these gigs and just, even if it's like a few hours a week, 3, 4 hours, driving around in this hot car could be a little bit draining. It could be exhausting at times too. Where is my? All right, let me turn on my Uber Eats app. See if I got any orders. It's 5:36. Boy, once kids get out of school this week, they're gonna be busy. They're gonna be Uber. I really busy, and it's gonna be a whole bunch of teenagers ordering McDonald's and Chinese and everything else. So they're gonna be home, and they ain't gonna feel like cooking. They ain't gonna fix no sandwich, and they're gonna be like, I don't want to eat McDonald's. They ain't gonna eat at home. They ain't gonna fix no sandwich. They ain't gonna open no can of soup. They gonna be ordering food. Cause I remember, I remember growing up as a child. In the summertime, if you were out with your cousins, or these I was always out with my cousins, and we would go walking all over the place, going to the park, doing this, doing that, and we would say, "Hey, let's go to Chinese food, get some Chinese food," you know, or pizza. See, we walked and went to places to eat. You take your little money that you get from allowance or whatever, and if you wanted something, we just walk there in New York, get a pizza, get some Chinese food, that cheap Chinese food, half chicken, whole chicken, and it was like a lot of food. See, down here in the south, in Atlanta, in the south, they give you Chinese food. It ain't nothing compared to what they do in New York. New York, you be getting whole chicken, half chicken, and it was literally a whole chicken. It would be like, damn, this is a whole bunch of food. And there was no scoop of rice, and it was no damn chicken wing, and it was cut in half. And you know how they get, 6 piece? It was literally 6 pieces. The little drum part and the flat. And it was literally, when they say 6 pieces, it was 3 whole wings, and they cut them. And sometimes it was just the drumlet part. New York, when they say, oh, half chicken, whole chicken, you getting the whole chicken, and it'll be cut up. And it was so much, and it was cheap. Even if I go to New York now, and I was to say I want to get Chinese food, it is not the same. It is not the same. They didn't even put them in the same box. It's like totally different. So they ain't had no Uber Eats and all that stuff. And if you was home, if you old enough to stay home while your parents were out at work or whatever, and if like we went down south with the grandma, my grandparents and stuff, we would go down south, and our grandparents and our cousins and all of them we all be down there, We'd be helping out in the field, in my grandparents' field, picking cucumbers and tomatoes, and um, handing tobacco and stuff. And we thought that was fun. I mean, it was work, but shoot, that's what we did. And then we get our little pays that our grandfather would pay us, and we would save it in a jar at the end of the summer. Put all the money in the jar and hide it. And then we took out a little bit of money. We'll buy little snacks and stuff. But every day, it was a treat if you went to the corner store, country store, buying one one drink and maybe a cookies, or we'll buy a box. We all buy the same thing. We didn't get none of us got nothing different. We all love the same thing, and then we put it in the cabinet and mark it. This is my cookies. I had more than you, and we were all, we all did. We shoot. Nobody had nothing different. Man, that was so fun. But in the summertime, you went down south with your grandparents, and if you had aunts and uncles, at a certain age, because my parents, they were working and they didn't, that's what they did. That was vacation. And I remember used to saying, "This ain't no real vacation." We ain't going no. There was no real vacation. During the week, the church had, if they had lunches, and they said, "Okay, we're going to the church." The church, they'll give you a little can of orange pineapple juice, a piece of fruit, and some sandwich. Because the church, in the summertime when kids are not in school, a lot of children, when they were not in school, the fact that they didn't have enough to eat, they will only eat. They were only children or parents who were not well off, and they struggle to feed their kids. You'd be surprised how people are struggling to feed children. They'll send them to school, and that's the only time they'll really get a nutritious kind of meal. And that's one thing I hate, that these government programs cutting a lot of the food nutrition programs for kids, and kids would, you go to school, you had breakfast and you had lunch, and you were well fed. So in the summertime, a lot of kids didn't have that opportunity to eat adequately. And that's why some churches, they don't do that as much anymore. I don't see them. Um, yeah, that's true. It hasn't changed. But the thing that changed was they don't have those things anymore. You used to be able to go to a church, and I've seen some places in Atlanta, they would say summer kids eat free, but it'd be on one day a week, or the YMCA, they may try to feed kids. I saw that the other day when I went to the gym. They had a little 3 little Lisa salad on a plate, and some little whatever, yogurt or Go Park. It was something. It was not even enough. You know, I don't. It wasn't even enough. It was so, and it was just so inadequate. Okay, Uber Eats must be busy because this person walking in there with a phone. And he looked like he picking up food for Uber Eats. Let me switch over and let me see if he's picking up food from Uber Eats or is he placing an order. No, he's placing an order. He ain't doing Uber Eats because if he was doing Uber Eats, he would have went straight to the counter and got the bag. Yeah, so now even parents who can't even afford things, they got a cell phone. Kids got a cell phone, so they're gonna be ordering food for Uber Eats. And I think that's what Uber Eats should do. If Uber Eats really wanted to be in the good graces of the public, they should do that. They should say, you know what? Wow, as a after school or during the summer, every Wednesday, um, we'll offer a free kids meal at this certain restaurant. If a company really wants to be socially responsible and they know kids don't have a car, they can't walk to the wherever, they should do that. You know what? That's a great idea. Now they probably may say, well, how are they gonna pay? How are they gonna pay the drivers that's gonna do that? Maybe I should just start a nonprofit food delivery service where you deliver food to the poor or the need, people in need, and offer that type of service to people, and nutritious meals. Because see, a lot of people, just because you ain't got no money and you struggling to eat, it seems to be a lot of people seem to be unhealthy because they eating all that junk. And I know people's gonna tell me, oh, it's so expensive to eat organic. Oh, it's so expensive to eat healthy. Stop following the narrative. That's just the narrative that people want you to believe. It's expensive to eat healthy food. Now, it may be expensive to get organic food or certain types of food, but it ain't, you don't have, everything don't have to be organic. Eating healthy is not expensive. You know, it costs just as much as eating at McDonald's than it is going to the supermarket and getting fruits and vegetables. It's cheaper. But you can't tell people that. No, you can't. I can't. You can't tell people that for nothing. They swear up and down that eating healthy is expensive. I understand. It's not even the type of food. You don't have to get organic everything. If it has a hard skin on it, or something you gotta peel, you don't have to buy it organic. But there's a whole lot of supermarkets that offers reasonable price food items. See, like right now, I'm sitting here waiting at the Moe's, in front of Moe's. This guy, he got this child. This child, she looked like she's probably about 5, 6 years old, but she looked like she's so over. She looked like she's already developed. It looks like she's about 2 years from being a teenager. She got a booty, and she look kind of. I mean, she ain't no big child. I'm just saying she looks too well developed, and I bet you she's probably 5, 6 years old. I'm 5. I don't remember having having a booty and being thick at 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. I was a skinny child all the way up until the time I got to my teens, and at 18 I was skinny. Yeah, it's hormones in the food. I went to that Mexican restaurant to wait for some orders for Mexican food, and man, those little Mexican little girls, I was like, good God, and they were like babies, 2 years old, 3 years old, and they were looking kind of thick. I was like, well, God dang. I mean, it is hormones. They put hormones in the food, and the milk, and all that food they eating. It wasn't meant for no child to be eating no Moe's and McDonald's every day. Every day, really, every day. And even though they starting to change, McDonald's and stuff, they trying to go more with, oh, we're gonna go grass fed, but then the price is gonna go up a little bit higher. But people still gonna buy it. They still gonna go up there they still gonna buy McDonald's. They still gonna go to Chick-fil-A. They still gonna. Now they only have hormones because they're supposed to be going with natural chicken as the years go by. But it's too late. It's too late. You can't reverse years of eating all that food and hormones because your body's already developed to accustomed to that high growth. So at that point, you go into obesity, diabetes, and everything else. But it's never too late to eat healthy. But these kids growing up in the next generation, they don't have a chance. They're not gonna live. They're not gonna live at a old age, 98, 99. And I'm not. And they said, and they were saying that on CDC, Center Disease Control states that people weren't gonna they weren't gonna live. The mortality rate is going to be shorter than the previous generation. That's why I need to get myself back in shape and get myself back into eating healthy and moving. That's why I don't mind going to apartments and going up the stairs and all that stuff. I just don't want to do it at night. And I don't want to be walking up to no dark houses and stuff. All I ask you to do is turn on the light. Shoot. Turn on the light and give somebody a $1 to $2 tip. Not you laying around, the house dark, light turned out, like you ain't getting no food. Like they expecting you, like they not even waiting on the food. Really? Who does that? You ordered food and somebody's coming, you got all the lights out. At least turn the damn light on so somebody could know that they're not just walking up into a house. Alright, let me turn on Uber Eats. Let me see if I get any orders. It's only Wednesday. If I don't get no orders at a certain time, I may just go on home. Alright, let me turn over and flip over this phone to the Uber Eats app and turn it on. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I turned on Uber Eats, so if I get an Uber Eats order, it's gonna pop up in the middle of the live stream. And I can have a good indication if it's... Ooh, I'm burning up. I had to get out that damn car. This is getting hot. I had to sit in some cool air.